Urgent real-time Bitcoin forecast and stock market forecast. We're going to have to do this right now because quadruple witching is upon us in a couple hours, and this is really scary. I'm just going to zoom into the charts without an inlay, and I'm going to try and explain this the best I can in, under 2 minutes, because you're going to need to know this fast. We haven't had this kind of puts to calls ratio or shorts to longs ratio in a long time. Bet you didn't know that. And historically, when we are at this kind of ratio level, things work out really bad. I'll show you. Here's the chart. And for anyone who's really used to looking at charts, here, I'll zoom into this part. You know exactly what I'm talking about right now. This should send chills down your spine. Let's look at this from just a historical standpoint. Right now we are at this level. Green is neutral, believe it or not. 0.7 is supposedly neutral, but anything. So this is a puts to calls ratio. So anything above 0.7 is puts are higher. Anything above or below 0.7, calls are higher. So this means everyone's bullish. This means everyone's bearish. So here is where everyone was bearish. Stock market's going to get destroyed. Everything's going to crash. Hey, we're all going to get Lambos and waifus down here. So crash, waifus. Sell everything, dump anything, panic, Lambos. So that's what's happening. But if you look at this, current ratio, nobody has puts. Nobody is shorting right now. From as far back as July, from as far back as May, this is literally like 6 months. We haven't had this level of puts ratios. And if you go back, really, it doesn't happen until what? December last year. It took about a year for this amount of frequent putting. Notice how there's huge gaps here, gap, huge white areas here where it's like tons of blue areas here. So what that means is that a lot of people were pessimistic about stocks here, but now everyone's bullish. See that? Everyone's just like, nobody wants to short. Nobody wants to buy puts. Everyone wants to buy puts. And remember what happened? Everything pumped. But now let's look at what happened to the price, though, as a result of the longs and shorts ratio. Oh, this is telling. Look at what happened here. I told anything below the green line, I should make the green line stronger. Anything below the green line here is bullish, right? So everyone was like, hey, let's buy the dip. We're bullish. What happened? Bullish. Slightly boof, dump. Okay. What about, well, here's, you just want both directions, liquidated everybody. Interesting here is we were at neutral and then just before quadruple witching. Oh, by the way, these red lines are the quadruple witching dates. Got it? These red lines are the quadruple witching dates. So this is when you're forced to close your shorts or longs. And it's already going on 3 minutes. So here, everyone was super short. And what happened to the market? It just kept crawling upwards. Here, everyone was super bullish. And we went zigzag down, zigzag down, zigzag down. This is like a month straight. People can't hold on to losses for a month. They have bills to pay. Okay, remember that. Here, I just told you we were super bullish. Everyone was super bullish, and then we dumped really, really hard. Here, everyone was super bearish, and then they turned neutral right up until, and then they turned bearish right up until quadruple witching. And when they turned bearish on quadruple witching, it went up. Now price is super, super high, and everyone's turning bullish. Super, super high. Everyone's bullish. What do you think is going to happen? I mean, historically, what ends up happening is that whenever there's a, look at this. Everyone was bearish, and then they suddenly turned bullish. Right? Is that what happened? It looks like, yeah. Quarterly witching. Quad witching. Oh, here's an example. Here's a rare exception, it looks like. I have to zoom in macro to confirm this is what's happening, but because these things could be 1 or 2 lines off. These lines could be 1 or 2 days off. So if that's the case, everyone was bearish and then price kept going upwards. So it would have liquidated everybody. This one's, I have to research this one as to why it looks like everyone was bearish, or sorry, bullish, and price went up. But normally what ends up happening is if you are bullish, price goes down. If the blue line is above the green line, then everyone's bearish and price goes up. If the blue line is under this green line, then everyone's bullish and price goes down, is normally what ends up happening. So I'm going to put a link to this chart in the description so that you can see this yourself. I'm at bitcoin-fund-manager.com. I trade for you. I trade crypto at leverage, since most people can't do it, for you.